On the corner, I think about calculation. Initially, when I thought about this subfunction, I termed it as mathematics. After some research, I couldn't find any agreed definition of mathematics, and definitions I did find included the symbols of introverted intuition and accounting, or the audit, or whatever it is, of extroverted thinking. I think maths may be a mix of different cognitive functions, mostly a introverted thought. Initially, when I turned to mathematics, the idea was there's way more to maths than arithmetic, geometry, and algebra. So some examples there are pure and applied maths. Once I settled on the term calculation, the analysis was easy because it had already been done for me. In half a dozen sources, I found that calculations were defined or categorized as either heuristic or algorithmic. Before I get into some examples, digression into the philosophy or the bias of this channel, which is that truth is an objective reality, or at least temporal truth. And the word I prefer is experience, but there are other words. For example, tests, experiment, study, prototype. So the idea is that, truth is found outside introverted thinking, and I believe introverted thinking has something in common with the other three judging functions, in that there's no truth in any of it. Not the virtue of introverted feeling, the facts of extroverted thinking, or the people, the vox populi of extroverted feeling. Unlike the other three judging functions, unlike virtue, facts, and people, the knowledge base is almost 100%. It's almost completely empirical. I don't know if it's 99.9% empirical or 99.9975% empirical. It's overwhelmingly empirical. I digressed into empiricism because I think that heuristic calculations can be tricky, an example of which is a bookmaker making odds on a race. A race is a game, and I only really respect the stakes of the game. And a horse is not a calculation, it's a real object. And an awareness of both requires experience. An example of an algorithmic calculation, the distribution of winnings on a tote. On a book, it's even easier. $100 at 3 to 1 on a win. If the horse wins, returns $300. Otherwise, returns nothing. Numbers are the base unit of reality. Pythagoras. 3 words crop up there: numbers, unit, and reality. Are numbers some kind of unit of measure? Are they analytical, or are they abstractions? Not sure yet, but that's a really good segue into the home stretch of this analysis, which is abstraction. That's what I think.